मीडिया वेज ਦੇ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਤੋਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੇਖਾ ਜੋਖਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ।
Khabran Da Lekha Jokha, May 22nd, 2024 is sponsored by Hanif Litigation. Any criminal or regulatory law matters, contact Hanif Litigation lawyer Shahid Hanif, 604-626-3144. दीदी, आपको पता है कि आजकल लंदन ड्रग्स का जो साइबर अटैक बारे काफ़ी जानकारी आ रही है खुल के सामने। लंदन ड्रग confirms employee data held for ransom. London Drugs confirms some of its employees' information has been compromised and held for ransom after a cybersecurity incident that shuttered Western Canada stores weeks ago. In a statement, the company says it was the victim of an attack orchestrated by a sophisticated group of global cyber criminals. According to BC cybersecurity threat analyst Brad Collo of Emisoft, the criminals are asking for $25 million within 48 hours or else the group will release stolen data. With endless revenue, greedy farmer is only willing to pay $8 million. Help someone help the poor farmer raise another $17 million. Read an anonymous post Collo found on a dark website. London Drugs has not confirmed the ransom amount nor the nature or extent of employee personal information affected. Through our ongoing investigation, we are now aware that London Drugs has been identified by cyber criminals on the dark web as a victim of exploitation of files from its corporate head office, some of which may contain employee information, the company stated. The retailer says it has no indication that patient or customer databases were compromised in the attack. It added, nor do our primary employee-specific databases appear compromised. London Drugs says it's unwilling and unable to pay the ransom that the group is demanding. That's a lot of money, $25 million.
ਅਸ਼ਾਨਾ ਜੀ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਪਰ ਲੰਡਨ ਡਰੱਗ ਨੇ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੇ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਤਿਆਰ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ 48 घंटे ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ
पहले छोटे छोटे कंपनीज के बारे में सुना करते थे कि साइबर अटैक्स हुए हैं, कंप्यूटर सीज कर लिया, इन्हें पैसे दो, then we're gonna release this. Now this is like in a large scale and this is a lot of money, $25 million.
ਨਾਲੇ ਆਸ਼ਾ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਲੰਡਨ ਡਰੱਗ ਨੇ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ EMPLOYEES ਦਾ ਡਾਟਾ ਤਾਂ ਕੰਪਰੋਮਾਈਜ਼ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਾਟਾ ਉਹ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਹੈ।
Yes. West Vancouver police urging people to stay away from British properties incidents. Police in West Vancouver are asking the public to avoid an area surrounding a police incident in the district's British properties neighborhood. While information is scarce, police say residents near King George Ways and Aramon Drive may see increased police presence and some restricted movements. The West Vancouver Police Department says it is working to reassess and update our operational plan. In a statement, Sergeant Chris Bigland said, "We are not providing any further information about the investigation at this time. There is no increased risk to public safety at this time."
ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਆਸ਼ਾ ਨਾ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਪਸ਼ਟਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਿਹਾ ਗਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਏਰੀਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇ ਰਹੋ,
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਅਵੋਇਡ ਦੈਟ ਏਰੀਆ।
ਜੀ, अब skyrocketing at Canadian grocery stores for price of olive oil. Why the price of olive oil is skyrocketing at Canadian grocery stores? It's a staple in many diets and many households, but it's becoming increasingly unaffordable for Canadians. The price of olive oil is way up in this country and it doesn't look like that will change anytime soon. Olive oil prices are going up significantly. I think in some cases we have seen olive oil prices more than double in the last 3 years in Canada, explained Mike Vaughan Massell, professor in the Department of Food, Agriculture, Resource Economics at the University of Calab. Vaughan Massell says Spain is the world's largest exporter of olive oil but has slashed production by more than 60% over the past year, and there are similar storylines playing out in Greece, parts of Italy and countries in northern Africa. So you have less olives to crush, less oil, we still like olive oil, so the price goes up. That perfect storm has hit the olive oil prices more than even the general rate of food price increase we've seen in the last couple of years. He says the price of all vegetable oil is going up.
olive oil ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਦਹਾਕੇ ਤੋਂ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਬਹੁਤੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ
ਜੀ
ਕੁਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਔਰ ਵੈਸੇ ਵੀ ਸੈਲਡ ਡਰੈਸਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਵੀ
I've
ਉਹਦੀ
been-
ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਆਸ਼ਾ ਨਾ ਡਬਲ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ
Yes.
ਸੋ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ
I use that for all my cooking.
yeah
So it's very expensive, but ਕੀ ਕਰਾ ਜਾਏ? What do we do?
ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਵਰਜਨ ਆਇਲ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ olive oil ਉਹ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਹਿੰਗਾ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਬਟ
Well, Costco used to have 19.99 for two bottles about this big. Now it's gone up to
24 ਕੇ $25 ਦੇ
No.
$26 ਇੱਕ ਬੋਟਲ ਦੀ
it has gone up to $69 for two bottles.
yeah
Yes. Vancouver's 2024 Celebration of Light competitors revealed. Vancouver's biggest summer event is coming back with a bang as the Honda Celebration of Light returns to English Bay in July. Portugal will kick off the competition on Saturday, July 20th. Malaysia gets its turn on Wednesday, July 24th, and the United Kingdom wraps it up on July 27th. Beside the pyrotechnics, there will also be a drone fireworks display before each of three shows. The 3 nights event brings more than 400,000 to Vancouver's western neighborhood and is the longest running fireworks competition in the world.
ਪਟਾਕਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਜੁਲਾਈ ਦੇ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਂਡਾ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਰੌਲਾ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਟ ਇਟਸ ਗੁੱਡ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਔਰ ਜੁਲਾਈ ਦੇ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੀ ਰੌਣਕ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਕੰਢੇ ਡਾਊਨਟਾਊਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਣ ਯੋਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਦਰਸ਼ਨਕ ਹੈ
बिल्कुल और इसके साथ साथ दीदी Interpol says more than 1,500 stolen Canadian vehicles identified since February. Interpol says more than 200 stolen Canadian vehicles have been found each week across the globe since February. The International Law Enforcement Agency says a total of more than 1,500 vehicles have been identified thanks to the RCMP's decision earlier this year to integrate Canada's database for stolen vehicles with Interpol's. Interpol's database, which collects information from 137 countries, indicates that so far this year Canada ranks among the world's top 10 countries for stolen vehicles. It says thieves are attracted to Canada's abundant supply of highly prized models such as SUVs and crossovers, which are often shipped to countries in the Middle East and West Africa where they are traded or resold. Interpol Secretary General Jürgen Stock says in a news release today that stolen vehicles represent a significant source of revenue for transnational organized criminal group. Stock says stolen vehicles are used not only to traffic drugs but also as payment to other criminal networks.
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਅਸ਼ਨਾ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਾ ਈਸਟ ਵਾਲਾ ਸਾਈਡ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਲੇਗ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫੈਲੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਰਵਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 1500 ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਆਇਡੈਂਟੀਫਾਈ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਅਸ਼ਨਾ ਆਇਡੈਂਟੀਫਾਈ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਔਰ ਅੰਤਰਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਪੱਧਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਚੋਰੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਗੈਰ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਕੰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਭੁਗਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵਰਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ
Bilkul. Liberals apologize for post attacking Poliver as opposition seeks to oust Speaker. The Liberal Party apologized to Speaker Greg Fergus Tuesday for using partisan language to advertise this event after the opposition Conservatives and the Bloc cubicles called for his resignation. The opposition parties called it yet another display of partisan behavior from the Speaker of the House of Commons, while Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said his faith in Fergus isn't shaken at all. The latest accusation stems from a post on the Liberal Party website promoting a summer barbecue event featuring Fergus, who is Liberal MP. The event details included political attack on Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, saying this reckless policies would risk the health, safety and pocketbooks of Canadians. The promotional material of this event uses very partisan inflammatory language concerning the Conservative Party and the leader of the official opposition, said Alberta Conservative MP Chris Warkentin in the House of Commons on Tuesday. The language is in the event details was automatically included based on a template for events posted to the website, said Liberal spokesperson Park Allen. He said a miscommunication between the party and Fergus Riding Association led to the wrong text being put on the event's details. A spokesman for Fergus and the Speaker's team did not approve the text and that the Writing Association did not know the event was going to be posted on the party's website. The Speaker's office provided a copy of the original information for the event, which did not include any partisan language. The more partisan version has been taken down from the Liberal Party's website. It has simply become impossible to make any distinction now between Speaker Greg Fergus and Liberal Greg Fergus, while Kenton wrote in the letter to the Speaker asking him to resign. Every ruling you give now, and with hindsight, every ruling you have given will now all be assumed to have been delivered with a red tint. The Bloc cubicus joined the call for the resignation on Tuesday, while the New Democrats called on the party to apologize. The Liberal Party of Canada has shown profound disrespect by publishing that without the authorization of the Speaker, without the knowledge of the Speaker, NDP House leader Peter Julian said Tuesday. They should apologize to the Speaker of the House of Commons and the House of Commons for acting this way. The party's national director publicly apologized for the error in an open letter addressed to the Fergus Tuesday, which was posted to social media. The Liberal Party of Canada unequivocally apologizes to you for this mistake, and we take full responsibility. Azam Ismail wrote in the letter. Trudeau called it an unfortunate mistake, but that it doesn't shake his faith in the Speaker himself. I have full confidence in Greg Fergus as Speaker of the House of Commons as a thoughtful, independent-minded leader, Trudeau said in Philadelphia on Tuesday. The issue was dealt with and was addressed by the party and the House leader. This is the third time Conservatives have called for Fergus to resign. They asked him to leave the post after video tribute to the Ontario Liberals' departing interim leader, in which Fergus was donning his Speaker's robes, was shown to a party convention. Fergus apologized for the incident, and a study by MPs yielded a recommendation that he pay the fine. Conservatives raised ire again last month when Fergus kicked Poliver out of the House of Commons during questions period after the Conservative leader called the Prime Minister a wacko and refused to retract the comment.
ਆਪਣੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਸਪੀਕਰ ਤੀਜੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਚਰਚਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਔਰ ਦੇਖਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਵਾਪਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਫਟਾਫਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਰੈਜ਼ਿਗਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਕਈ ਕੁਝ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੜੀ ਪੇਚੀਦਾ ਜੀ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਜਿਸ ਨੇ ਨਿਰਪੱਖ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਆ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਕਾਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਭਾਉਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਹੁਤੇਰੀ ਦਫਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੰਧ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਪਾਰ
कल कुछ मेकअप के बारे में बातचीत हुई थी कहते Poliver wears more makeup than Chrystia Freeland. Spain, Ireland and Norway make a coordinated move to recognize a Palestinian state. Norway, Ireland and Spain said Wednesday they were recognizing a Palestinian state, a move welcomed by Palestinians as an affirmation of their decades-long quest, while Israel recalled its ambassadors to the three countries. Several European Union countries indicated in recent weeks that they plan to make the recognition, arguing a two-state solution is essential for lasting peace in the region. Some 140 countries have already recognized a Palestinian state, more than two-thirds of United Nations members, but none of the major Western powers have done so. The move could put more pressure on continental heavyweights France and Germany to reconsider their position. Israel and the United States were already dealing with fallout after the chief prosecutor of the world's top war crimes court requested arrest warrants for the leaders of both Israel and Hamas. Among the prosecutor's allegations against Israel was using starvation as a method of warfare. Israel and U.S. leaders harshly condemned the accusation. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has escalated over the past 2 weeks since Israel launched an incursion into the southern city of Rafah that closed a vital border crossing, vowing to root out Hamas fighters. The fighting sent hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fleeing out of Rafah, many of whom were displaced earlier in the Israel-Hamas war. Israel launched its war in Gaza after Hamas' October 7th attack, in which militants stormed into southern Israel, killed about 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducted about 250.
ਅਸ਼ਨਾ ਇਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਤਰਾਸਦੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਹਾਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ 35,000 ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਗਾਜ਼ਾ ਵਿਖੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਔਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਰਹੇ ਬਲਕਿ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਦਾ ਘਾਣ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਹਿਊਮੈਨਿਟੇਰੀਅਨ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ 3 ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਫਲਸਤੀਨ ਅਗਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਨਤਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਾਕੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੇ ਆਸ-ਪਾਸ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੀ ਰਿਐਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ हैं।
इसी के साथ खबरा द लेखा जोखा प्रोग्राम से हमें दीजिएगा इजाजत। अंटिल नेक्स्ट टाइम, गुड बाय एंड बी सेफ।